boy, boy, boy.
Ms. McCock, where were you on July 11th, 2019?
At home in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Were you aware at all of the relationship between Charles and Tylee?
It was, let's say, it was a bit contemptuous. It seemed like there was always a lot of drama going on, and so that's all I knew. He didn't say too much about it, and I didn't pry.
But you knew that there was some kind of contention going on with those two for
I
a
can't hear
while.
you.
I'm sorry. You did know that there was some kind of contention going on with those two for a while.
Yes.
And you weren't really aware of the events that happened that morning, were you?
The morning of his murder?
Of July 11th?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Because you didn't tell me.
Ms. McCock, did you see or hear or personally witness me conspire with Alex Cox to kill my husband, Charles Vallow?
No, but I saw a ton of evidence that did.
Thank you. No further questions.
Boy.
Okay, so in your voicemail, you stated that you had something that stated you are the beneficiary of the policy?
Right. So I have the original policy where I was the beneficiary, the sole beneficiary, and then we changed the policy to where I was 80%, and we added two people, the coaches who invested in our company for each 10%. And that's the last one I have. That's the last update that I have. So can you tell me when that was changed again? I mean, I know my husband is the agent on record, so he can change it. He's the owner.
Okay, I don't see anything regarding the second change that you said. I don't, and with those percentages, I don't see anything at all with you as 80% at any time.
Okay, so
but
maybe that's something he just told him he was going to do. That's just a handwritten copy I have that I found. So.
Okay, so well, I really can't give too much information, but I can tell you that the beneficiary was changed in March of this year.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what he was doing since we have 5 kids and we've been married for 15 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I know he owes a lot of people money, and I was worried if I got money, they'd be coming after me for money.
Right, no, I understand that.
But now I will be with none. So, but did he change it to one person, or was it several people?
Unfortunately, I can't release that. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I know you can't tell. We're in the business. My husband is the agent. He's the agent,
Okay.
So
Got it. Okay.
we deal with this business all the time, so I kind of know how it works, but I'm completely surprised.
Oh, right. I'm
We have our
sure.
7-year-old with autism that we adopted together, so I'm surprised that he would do that without telling me.
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, even though it's community.
No.
And it's his
No,
policy.
this is a contract that we have with the insured, exactly. So he's able to make any changes, during the lifetime of the policy.
Well, can I check? I mean, I have a policy, a $2 million policy on me. And since he's the agent, would he have been able to change the beneficiary on my policy?
Not if he was the agent. He would have had to own the policy, but I can certainly check.
But if he would have signed my name, could he have done that? I wonder.
I mean, I don't, I would hope that wouldn't happen, but let me just pull up. Okay, let me just take a look and see what I can find on you.
It's under Lori Vallow. It would be under Lori and Vallow. We have a $2 million policy on me, but I'm not even sure it's with Center Life.
I'm not showing that it's with us.
Okay. It might be Life of the Southwest. We work with several companies.
Right.
I could call them, and I'm just asking the question, like, I could call them and ask them and make sure the beneficiary is who I say. I mean,
I would. I mean, if you have a concern of that nature, I certainly would call and check on your own policies if you, have concern of something may have happened.
Well, and I would have to change it anyway because he was the beneficiary as far as
Correct,
I know on
yeah.
my policy.
Right. So you would definitely want to update that at this point. And
what happens? Like, if something happened to me today, and it's under him, and he's deceased, what happens to that policy?
Well, if there's not every contract's different, but I mean, more than likely, if there was not a contingent beneficiary named, it would go to your estate. Yeah. But if there's a contingent beneficiary named, then it would go to that person.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you. I just needed that information.
Okay. No, not a problem. All right. You take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Text message. The following are text messages between Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell on 7/18. That should be 2019, not 2018. Lori to Chad. I just got the letter from the insurance company saying that I am not the beneficiary. It's a spear through my heart. Who do you think he changed it to? Brandon or probably Kay? He left nothing for JJ. Chad responded to Lori, wow, that's terrible. There's no way to find out? Lori responded to Chad, I might be able to see when I get his computer on Sunday. I could check. The emails sent to the insurance company. It will show change in beneficiary. He must have done it recently. Chad responds to Lori, it seemed you would have had to agree to the change. Maybe your name was forged. You should have a good paper trail to prove it.
So these messages were exchanged 7 days after the death of Charles Vallow?
That is correct.
Did it appear that she had just found out she was not the beneficiary?
Yes.
Did you find any indication that Lori knew she was not the beneficiary of a life insurance prior to Charles' death?
Prior to Charles' death, no, nothing.
Did the information you found lead you to believe she did not learn she was not the beneficiary until after Charles was deceased?
That is correct. 7/18 of 2019, Chad sent Lori a message. I love you. This is terrible, but it is probably another step in bringing down the Gadiantons, especially Brandon. Lori responded to Chad, nope, he can change it anytime he wants. He's the agent, and anyone can change their beneficiary anytime with their own signature. I'm thinking it must be Kay. Chad sent Lori a message. It will be interesting if he got it changed after he had 2 bullets in his chest. On 7/18/2019 at 12:19 hours, Lori sent Chad a message. So I talked to the insurance company. He changed it in March. So it was probably Ned before we got rid of him. They can't tell me to who, of course, but it's done. I'll still get the $4,000 a month from SS.
And when did I set up a password?
Well, that was recent. It looks like on my note here.
I mean, how recent?
It looks like
6 months, 2 years?
2/20. No, February 20th.
Okay,
this year.
somebody else has called on my account. That's fraud.
I don't know, sir. I mean, that's the thing is that I don't know.
I do know. I haven't called in on this policy in a long time.
Yeah, if you have concerns about that, then you need to supply some form of proof or something. But yeah, that's I'll be able to do that. But you can request request in writing.
My wife left me 30 days ago. She's taken a ton of my money. I don't know what she's doing on this account, but it's fraud. I'm the guy. I'm Charles Vallow. I'm the insured and the owner of the policy. Correct? And I need to know what to do right now today to change my beneficiary to my sister.
Thank you for calling Legal in General. My name is Kevin. May I have your policy number?
Kevin, my name is Charles Vallow. I'm the insured and the agent. I don't have it. I'll give you my social. Can you please give me the policy numbers? I'm doing a beneficiary change.
Okay. What's your social, please? What's your full name?
Leland Charles Anthony Vallow or L. Charles Vallow.
Okay. Hold on a second, please. Okay. Verify your date of birth. Address. Your old address. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait a second. You said, what's the house number again?
3688.
No, that's not what I have as a previous address.
Okay, the J place?
No.
I don't know what you...
Yeah, I have to authenticate the call.
We're in Hawaii? We were in Hawaii. Was this one in Hawaii?
Okay, this is in Texas, so all I can tell you.
78746.
Okay. Now, what is your password? Just say, I have a password.
I don't have a password.
Okay. It's telling me that I need to authenticate a password, sir.
I don't have a password. I'm just changing my beneficiary.
Okay. Hold on a second, please. It says that somebody you put in a password here, sir. So I can't proceed without the password being confirmed.
I have no idea.
No. No.
I don't know what I don't ever remember setting up a password ever.
Okay.
And I'm the agent and the insured.
Okay. Yeah, I would still need to verify that password no matter who you are because we have to go ahead and...
I don't have a password. How do I get a new password when I never set up one? Can you please tell me that? I know you're doing your job. This is just frustrating for me. I need to change the beneficiary. How do I do it when I don't have a password? I've never set up one. I don't know how else to do one. What do I do? All I need is my policy number.
Okay. I can't send you anything until I actually get that verified.
Who can? So I can't do anything with my policy. I could die today. You would give anybody the money because I don't have a password.
Well, no, that's not.
Tell me what to do to get this done.
Okay, hold on 1 second for me, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, thanks a lot for holding. I do appreciate your time. So this is the best I can do, and I'm sorry because we're a lot of people are in a meeting. I was trying to get you to somebody, so I'm going to mail a beneficiary form out, okay? And then you'll get that. Is there anything else?
Which address are you mailing it to?
Well, we can't change anything right now because you know.
Yeah, 3300 BK Road, Suite 650.
That's the address that we authenticated you partially with, right?
Okay. And when did I set up a password?
Well, that was recent. It looks like on my note here.
I mean, how recent?
It looks like
6 months, 2 years?
220. No, February 20th.
Okay,
This year.
somebody else has called in on my account. That's fraud.
I don't know, sir. I mean, that's the thing is that I don't know.
I do know. I haven't called in on this policy in a long time.
Yeah, if you have concerns about that, then you need to supply some form of proof or something. But yeah, that's I'll be able to do that. But you can request that request in writing.
30 days ago. She's taken a ton of my money. I don't know what she's doing on this account, but it's fraud. I'm the guy. I'm Charles Vallow. I'm the insured and the owner of the policy. Correct? And I need to know what to do right now today to change my beneficiary to my sister.
So what you need to do, sir, is the following, okay? What I would recommend that you do is you send something in writing, letting us know, in writing, and I'll give you a fax number or an email address, etc. You need to send something in writing and be as blatant as possible with your concerns, okay? Not to be personal and saying that you feel like somebody is trying to take away your information and etc. And that you talk to me, my name's Kevin, and that I could not authenticate you or change your address because the password cannot be changed. Now then what they'll do is they'll go back to the calls, okay, that were made recently. They'll go back to the calls that were made recently, and then they'll do an investigation on the trend to see if something like that was to happen. And
Will they let you know?
Yeah, they'll let you know. You got to put your contact information in, etc. And then they'll let you know. Yes.
I'll put my new address. I'll put my new phone number.
Yeah.
And
email address.
I've not had the password.
Email address.
I've not had the password or anything to my account. Somebody else has been messing with my account. Please discontinue any use and speak only with Charles Vallow or KF Kathleen Ethel Woodcock, the owner and beneficiary.
Yeah, and then
like that.
Yeah, right. And then you want to mention my name, that you spoke to Kevin and he could not authenticate me.
What's your last name, Kevin?
De La Rosa, DELAROSA.
Could not authenticate password.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I put on there to Kevin.
Yeah.
Rosa could not authenticate password.
Yeah, password. That was listed on the account. And you're requesting to have an investigation done because you feel like somebody is trying to, you have to be personal. You have to say, I think you just used the word your ex-wife or your wife is trying to take away, and you say a brief synopsis that, she's taking your money.
Have an investigation done.
Yeah, because you fear your wife is trying to.
Password was authorized to this account and I did not do it.
Yeah, but don't just leave it like that because, you just told me that it was your wife. If you feel like that's something personal, then you need to say that so that we can go ahead and put this under investigation and review. People will go back and call and review calls that were made before to see what happened. But don't just leave it like that in the air because...
I'm going to email it. Can I fax it today or can I email it?
Yeah, I can give you an email or a fax.
Give me an email. I'll do this right now.
Yeah, customer service at bannerlife.com. That's customer service at bannerlife.com.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for calling in general. Enjoy your day, sir. I'm sorry about that.
Is there any kind of identity lock or something I can put on my anybody that calls in on my policy so I can I'm changing the insured to my sister for my special needs son as administrator. Can I put a lock or something, a code they have to give if anybody calls to ask about my policy? Is that possible? Will you guys do that?
Right. So I can put a special password. So you have to remember that because every time you call, you have to repeat that. All right. All right. Let me have your
Can it be a 4-digit number?
Absolutely.
You give no information to anyone that has that doesn't have that password.
Absolutely. That's what that's there for. So every time you call,
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. You have a great day. Thank you. Thank you for calling Legal in General. My name is Pam. Can I have your policy number?
Pam, I'm the agent and the owner of the policy insured. Name is Charles Vallow. V as in Victor. ALLOW. Social. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. You're calling. Whose social is that?
It's mine, the owner, and the agent.
Okay. Charles. Can I have your mailing address, please? You changed it with a customer service representative?
Yes, ma'am. This morning, about more than an hour ago.
Okay. Did you change it as an agent or as a policy owner? I'm not seeing.
Both.
Do you know who you spoke to?
I didn't write it down, ma'am. I realized I had to. Usually when I call, you guys take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if that was passed. Let me just see. One moment.
Well, here's my question. We'll go back to that, the address.
Okay.
In a second. I got on my banking statement, it says stop payment reviewed, item paid, Banner Life, 50750. Why would a stop payment be put on that? Who did that?
Okay. No, stop payment on.
The premium payment, the automatic EFT.
It's set to draft. It just drafted on February 15th. It's going to draft again on March 15th.
But why does it say on the banking statement, stop payment reviewed?
I don't have an answer for you on that. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. That one, there's nothing noted here to stop payment. Is there everything?
We're in good shape. We're good. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, sir, but your address. Do you want me to read?
Okay.
Because what we have here, let's see, the Bees Cove Road.
My business address is my home address. I have two homes. My home address is in Gilbert, Arizona.
Okay, so all correspondence are going to go to the 3300 Bee Cove Road. If I change that, all yours as an agent will go to that address too.
That's fine. I still get mail both places.
Okay, all right, you're all good then.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I've got. Is there any kind of identity lock or something I can put on my anybody that calls in on my policy so I can? I'm changing the insured to my sister for my special needs son as administrator. Can I put a lock or something, a code they have to give if anybody calls to ask about my policy? Is that possible? Will you guys do that?
Right, so I can put a special password, so you have to remember that because every time you call, you have to repeat that. All right? All right, let me have your,
Can it be a 4-digit number?
Absolutely.
No information to anyone that has that doesn't have that password.
Absolutely, that's what that's there for. So every time you call,
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, you have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.